So us as humans, for all of our existence, we typically rely on having connections to survive, especially our ancestors. If you were in a tribe, you were safe, but if you were alone out there in the cold, well, you'd likely die. And the thing is, we carry some of those traits into the 21st century, but society has really shifted to where you can't really rely on people as much anymore, I find personally. Which it is quite unfortunate, I find, because it's nice to have people that you can like rely on, but sad realities, you can't rely on people as much as you could have back in the day. But I guess there's still some betrayals, I'd imagine. Do one wrong move and you're kicked out of the tribe. Adios, sayonara. So, I'm a firm believer that nowadays you should build your life off of being independent, but not to say that you can't ever have connections with friends or such, but you always want to be your own best friend. I think that's what a lot of people mean when they say you have to be your own best friend, is you have to be able to take care of yourself if there's nobody else there to help you. I've learned this one the hard way when I was younger. I'm like, oh, I wish I had people there to help me, and I just dug myself into a bigger hole. Wishing that I had people to talk to or whatnot when I could have been my own best friend, and now I am. I've got my methods. If I'm feeling high energy or something, I'll put some music on and sing my heart out. Or if I'm feeling down, I'll figure something out. If I go for a walk, if I just focus in on something, make a video about it, which I've done actually, and it's helped because it gets it off my chest. That is, if there's nobody there to really talk to about it. So it can be quite hard, I know, because we are programmed to have that interpersonal connection with people and such, and we don't really want to be alone. But again, building your foundation off of being alone is a good thing. So, like, it's not even just if you're having a bad day, it can also be places you want to go. Get out of here, Blamas. You're not allowed in the house. Don't you dare go in there. Hold on, I'm gonna block this off right quick because they're gonna wander in there. Yeah, we ought to build our lives off of being able to do things ourselves and not waiting for someone else to want to join us. Like, I'm thinking of another, more of a like a it's just one night in a different province. That's a drive away. Just for the fun of it. And I told myself, no matter what, I'm going. Not because of money, but because of people. People tell me like, oh, you should do things with people and all that, or make sure that you bring people with you. Well, I think there's two things to that. One, not everybody's going to be available, and if I want to do something, I'm going to want to do it. I'm a little impatient, and I'm not going to wait necessarily. But on the other hand, sometimes it's nice to experience things by ourselves. Not from the point of like that nobody's going to ruin it or whatnot, but it can actually be quite therapeutic, I find, to go for a long drive by yourself, to put your music on and just sort of be in the moment. I actually did this last week as a recording, where I just went for it was like 11:30 at night, and I just decided, you know what? Let's drive into the city, grab some Dairy Queen, go for a little drive around while listening to The Weeknd's latest trilogy. And I really enjoyed that. It was a pretty fun time. Just being by myself and doing all that. Like, I didn't need anybody there to be like, yeah, you can do this or that, or calling up buddies when they're more than likely asleep. So I just did it by myself, and it was so fun. I felt so happy doing that. And I've never really felt like that in a while. Just that sort of freedom of going out and enjoying some ice cream as well. Why not? Enjoy some ice cream. And it definitely taught me that, well, being alone does suck. It's okay. Because at the end of the day, and I know that this is stupidly cliche, everybody says it, but you're your own best friend. And if you're not your own best friend, get to it. You gotta become your own best friend. Because unfortunately, sometimes life is a little cruel and we can't have all these friends that we want, or even just have a friend. Some people are so it's so unfortunate that people try so hard to make friends and then they just can't seem to make those friends. It's so sad, but that's why I say we always should keep ourselves as our own best friend. Taking care of ourselves and treating ourselves, or even just talking to ourselves. Like, I find personally that if I really need a pep talk, I'll talk to myself. I could be driving or just sitting when nobody's around, because yeah, it's kind of awkward when there's people around, I'll admit it. I'll sit there and be like, yeah, this happened, what can I do, blah 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 blah. And sometimes I'll get new ideas and all that stuff. I guess it's my creative mind, but it can work for anybody, really. So sit down and like talk to yourself, really. Don't be ashamed in it at all. But we're humans and such, and if we can't really get the connectivity in the natural way, then we can find other ways. And that's why I think that even talking to yourself can do wonders. I mean, that's what us YouTubers do, is we, technically speaking, talk to ourselves while making the video. Yeah, we're making it for an audience to watch, but we're still talking to ourselves, and we have to be comfortable with that, right? Because if we weren't comfortable with it, well then it'd be a little awkward and such, and we wouldn't be making videos. People would be left without us. It's definitely quite a task, but at the end, you eventually overcome that awkwardness of talking to yourself, and you hit the ground running. And it's such a lovely thing, really. And I think with independence too, you really begin to find yourself as a person. As in, like, I really found myself the past few months, as I've kind of gone through some hard times and such, and it hasn't really been an easy time, but I've been really feeling a lot better. And I think it's also because I have tried to make a conscious effort to be alright with being by myself, because I'm gonna be real with you all. I've not had the best of luck in my life, and it's a question that I'm trying to answer, but I can never get an answer because I just don't know why I seem unapproachable or unlikable. Which people might say it's in your head, it's like nothing to worry about, but I'll explain a little bit. So, grade school, I was kind of the awkward kid, which maybe that's the reason, is because I was just too weird. I enjoyed video games. I was too creative. I I literally took the playground in primary school and made it like Super Mario 64, where I was just going on little adventures and stuff. And I don't know if I was being watched or not, but hey, I had a fun time doing it. I mean, I'm just different, I know, but kind of goes back to the videos of like changing your environment and such to better suit that sort of crowd. So yeah, we're trying to get that. Actually, you know what? We should add carpets. Let's do that then. We have all these, but no, that was supposed to be for the deep dark. Never mind. Where was I? Yeah, playground, and even in elementary school, I would do similar things, more just going on little adventures and stuff, and junior high was just kind of weird, really. I wasn't totally the weird kid, but I had a lot of anxiety. I'm not going to talk about the reason just yet. I will one day, because I feel that it's good to talk about certain things that are bringing us down and such, if it's really impeding on us. So I don't know if that could have been a thing as well, since I made it kind of known to my classmates, but then again, my classmates I had that year, grade 7, were pretty good for all I found, so I don't totally know. But there's that, there's the fact that I moved classes in grade 8 and grade 9. I was kind of the star of school year because of a girl I was with, which that wouldn't put me down. And that's really about it for weird things I can think of. I know that I've kind of that back then with girls and such, I know I was not really the best. I was too forward and stuff like that. It wasn't good. I'm so glad that I'm beyond that phase now, and I'm learning how to be with myself and such. They say like, oh, date yourself, but no, that's not what it is at all. But so yeah, like I'm not sure if that still follows me. So what I'm trying to do is really be okay with being by myself, and then hopefully making that move next year so I can get a fresh start, and that way I'm okay with being myself. So when I get out there and if things fall through with the person, well, then don't worry. I'll be like, okay, moving on. So that's why I really feel being independent, or at least like building your foundation off of being independent, or even just accepting that it's okay to not always have people, because sometimes for some people like me, I am guilty of this. It's hard when there's nobody, and yeah, it can really put a strain on you and even the folks you're around, because then they will feel pressured into doing things. Look at this, we got the llama spit war going on. Alright, we'll help you out. Nice. Oh, they're gone. What? Just say, I hope you're not spitting at me. I helped you. Oh, there's another zombie down there. Alright, we'll leave these to it. Yeah. So, where was I before I got rudely interrupted by that zombie? Oh no, I can't remember. No. Oh no. Oh yeah, as they say. I've lost my train of thought, so we're gonna call it a video. So, what I would do, really, if I were you today, is to go out there, wherever you're going, like if it's a cafe or something, and just sit with yourself. Be okay with being alone, because truly, it's okay. Nobody's gonna be like, oh, you're all alone and such. You know what? If people are really saying that, then they're alone and they're just trying to satisfy their own loneliness. So don't worry about what people say, really. And I know that's easier said than done. We should make a video on that, actually. But you're your own person, and you do what's best for you, and the rest will come. And as always, stay safe and take care. I feel like Vsauce saying, and as always.